Hello, hello. Welcome to Mystic AF. This is Keelan, and today I want to talk about emotional intelligence because it's awesome. For lack of like a better intro, it's awesome. And I I think that sometimes there's a mysticism behind handling your emotions and your feelings, but really it takes an awareness of you being able to tap into the feelings that have worked for you in the past that will lead you forward in order to get what you want. Very full sentence, but let me break it down a little bit more for you. So, there have been times in my life specifically where I was like, that's going to happen. I just knew it was a feeling. I knew it. And in that moment, when I spoke it out loud and um, when I snapped my fingers and I allowed myself to, with all faith but no evidence, know that that thing was going to happen. Lo and behold, it happened. So, one example is I'd never had a dog before, and I was at my neighborhood bar with my roommate at the time who had a dog. She had a little chihuahua, and I was like, I want a dog. And in that moment, it was like, boom, like it was happening. And she was like, no, I don't think it's right. Like, what about my dog? Blah, blah, blah. And the next morning, she came over to my desk and put the phone down. And she was like, I found your dog. And she was a little saucy about it because we kind of got into a heated discussion. But she put that phone down and it was Wiley, my little pup, my little dream pup. But the manifestation happened when I felt into the knowingness of it happening. It was the time to do that. Um, Another time is I I leased a VW. I didn't like it. I brought it home anyways. I signed the paperwork. It didn't have seat heaters. And I was like, oh, and it was a 4-year lease, you guys. And I came home to Darren and I was like, I got this car. I don't like it. And he's like, well, you're just going to have to deal with it because you've got it for 4 years. So I was like, nope. Somehow I'm going to get out of this. Somehow, some way. And I didn't know how, but I declared that it was going to happen. And about 2 years into the lease, the car broke in a very weird way. And not only did I get a new car, but I got the car I really wanted, which is a VW convertible. His name is Garcon. So I'm telling you guys this because there is evidence all around you of you being able to tap into the emotions that actually serve you when you are wanting something or when you are declaring something. Because a lot of the work that I do will be like, okay, well, what's your dream? Okay, Keelan, I want a show. Okay, great. Are you ready to declare that? Are you ready to really step into your power and say, it's already done and I trust. I trust. And a lot of times, this is where we kind of fall apart a little bit. We're like, I'm not worthy of that. Or I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't see the pathway of how it's going to happen. And what's so cool about the emotional intelligence of manifestation is that it's not up to you to know the how. It's up to you to have the declaration and the vision and to be brave enough to tap into the emotion that feels really, really good and really aligned and say, boom, there it is. There it is. And then move forward and trust that the universe has got your back. I was in a meeting today in one of my entrepreneur groups, and Rex Crane was leading the call, and he's just a prolific, amazing speaker. And one thing he said, he's like, God didn't lead me this far to let me down. And I was like, whoa, you're so right. Because we all have these moments, like when we have a feeling of fuck, like this isn't working, or I'm never gonna be able to make it up this hill of life, or whatever it is. Like we just want to like fall down, pull the covers over our head. That's what I like to do, and just like curl up into a ball and just hide. But that's such a great quote. It's God didn't lead me this far to let me down. I think that's really, really rad. And that's the universe. It's whoever you know, your higher power, your soul, whatever that is setting us up for success. So with that said, I want you to know that your feelings are gold, and your feelings, you have every right to have your feelings. So if you're feeling bitchy in a moment, be bitchy. If you're feeling sad or upset, have those feelings. I think that sometimes we think that we have to be positive all the time. And actually, the quicker that we can go through the pain of whatever the thing is, the quicker it gets out of our body. And then we can step into the abundance and the space and the feelings that are working for us. So, with that said, I have a lot to say about this, but I'm actually not feeling very good today. So, I'm going to wrap it up. But what I would love to hear from you guys is tap into your heart, just feel into it, and think of a time when you were like, I'm going to do this thing. And you proved to yourself that you did it. So, Sheldon, I'm so glad you're listening because I know that you quit drinking. And that's a big, like, something happens to us. Like, we are bound and determined when that happens. I know that when I decided to go back to school after 18 years of dabbling and going back and forth, I was like, this is it. This is the program for me. I went back for creative writing. I love my school. I love my alma mater. Alma mater. I'm so bad at pronunciation sometimes, but you guys know what I mean. I love being an alumni of my school, Antioch University. And when I enrolled in it, I like had all these money stories, and but money's really all self-worth. And when I enrolled in it, I blew through it. I did it out of the water because it was easy and I was so excited to be there. But it was based on the declaration I had created. The knowingness of like, okay, I'm gonna have my degree before I'm 40 was my declaration. And I actually ended up having my degree completed by my 38th birthday. So just know that you are capable. You are a leader, and anything that's on your heart, it was put there for a reason, and it was put there for you to be able to give it away. So tap into it and share in the comments. Like, what's something that you had that instinct of like, I know that this is the thing I'm going to complete. Maybe you wrote a book. But I want you guys to really tap into the evidence that you've already done it, because it's going to serve you continuously moving forward in your life. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. I hope this was supportive. Hey. And what's really cool is that in the Mystic Leadership Mastery Program that I am talking a lot about over this weekend and in the weeks to come, my annual coaching program, I've actually included in an emotional intelligence call, and we're having one tomorrow. And what I love about it is that we can really curiously look at what emotions come up for us and see patterns. So if you have money scarcity, that's going to be a self-worth conversation. It really is. And if you have time issues, you're like, oh, I can make money, but like I'm always working and my relationships aren't great. That's an intimacy thing. So there's really yummy stuff that you can just start to play with, get curious about, and allow yourself to have feelings. There's a conspiracy of shame on this planet, and one of my many goals towards world peace is that we really allow ourselves to rise above that and see the brilliance in each other, but really in ourselves, because we can't see the brilliance in others until we really see it in ourselves. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. I love you. I will see you tomorrow, and keep sharing your stories. There are people out there waiting to hear from you, including me. Okay. See you later. Bye.